Elon Musk's coup is very much underway, and nobody seems to be stopping him. Him and his little team of minions have gotten their hands in the Treasury Department. They are at the Department of Education today. They have gone through the EPA. They have access to all of our nuclear codes and Social Security. And one of these little incels resigned yesterday after social media posts resurfaced. A journalist did some digging and found some pretty heinous stuff on his social media pages. Marco Elez, a 25-year-old software engineer, resigned from his role in Musk's Department of Government Efficiency, which is not a real government department. So media needs to stop acting like it's real and call it what it is, a tool for a coup, a fake tool that has not been vetted. None of these kids have been vetted. Elon Musk has not been vetted to do the things he's doing. Anyway, after racist and extremist social media posts were uncovered, Elez had access to a sensitive treasury system processing trillions in payments, sparking concerns about government oversight. A federal judge has temporarily restricted access to the treasury system following legal challenges over privacy violations. These guys are just coming into federal offices and demanding that people give them access to their computer systems. And they don't even need to demand at a lot of places, like the new Treasury Secretary, Scott Bessent. He just let them in to the systems. And a lot of MAGA seems to be defending these little boys because they did good in school and like can write code and stuff. So apparently that means that they should just be given access to the entirety of the United States government, unfettered access with no oversight. And they keep claiming like they're uncovering fraud and being transparent, but all of this information, all of this financial information was available. US aid was audited like 3 months ago, and it was transparent. You could see the budget line by line on their website, and that's gone now. Like, these kids have actually locked us out of knowing what's happening. And what's crazier is now a U.S. Attorney General, Ed Martin, is totally ready, standing back and standing by to do Elon Musk's bidding and go after the journalist and other journalists, because Wired uncovered like all these kids, like figured out who they were, and then this other journalist did a little bit more of a deep dive on this one kid, and that's why he resigned. So Elon Musk and this Ed Martin guy, they want to go after this journalist. And JD Vance and Elon Musk, who are both just spending all their time on Twitter. Like, JD Vance is the vice president, and all he's doing is hanging out on Twitter. Elon Musk tweets 10 billion times a day. But Elon Musk said, bring back Doge staffer who made inappropriate statements via now deleted pseudonym. And JD Vance said, here's my view. I obviously disagree with some of Elez's posts. What is it you disagree with? Is it that he said normalize Indian hate, or that he's against interracial marriage, J.D. Vance? But I don't think stupid social media activity should ruin a kid's life. We shouldn't reward journalists who try to destroy people, ever. So I say bring him back. If he's a bad dude or a terrible member of the team, fire him for that. First of all, he resigned. Like, nobody made him quit, it doesn't seem. Like, he just resigned. So bring him back from what? It was his own decision. And so much for free speech. I guess if journalists do their job and uncover who is actually running our freaking shadow government, they deserve attacks from that government. And meanwhile, Democrats are doing their best with the numbers they have. Maybe not doing their best, but they're doing stuff. They held an all-night marathon to stop the confirmation of Russ Vought at the Office of Business Management, and he is one of the premier authors of Project 2025, but they don't have the numbers to actually stop the confirmation. So he was confirmed along party lines, 53 to 47. They are now trying to stop the confirmation of Kash Patel, because a lot more information has come out about him, how he's basically a shill for China and Russia. And they've been holding rallies and trying to get access to all these government buildings, which they should be allowed to enter. This is Wisconsin Representative Gwen Moore outside of the Department of Education with Texas Representative Greg Casar.
Our future workforce, who will have a dearth of opportunity because of the decisions of this administration and their unauthorized, people who have not been confirmed by the Senate, people who have bought this administration, a man who, under the United States Constitution, would be ineligible to become president, who paid for the rights to be the president of the United States. You know, this is not an unfamiliar space for me to be in.
And it should be unfamiliar, but unfortunately it resonates.
No, I'm ready to go to jail, y'all. This ain't.
And I know a lot of people are like, where are the Democrats? Where are the Democrats? And a lot of people keep sharing that like 20-second clip of Chuck Schumer being cringy at a rally, and like Seth Meyers keeps bringing that up. He's like, oh, good thing we have a bunch of young leaders who are ready to meet this moment, and he just shows that one 20-second clip. He did it like twice this week. The Democrats have held multiple rallies, and that was literally 20 seconds out of like several hours of speeches, and with a lot of young Democratic leaders. But a lot of that seems to be getting ignored. I didn't see a lot of reporting on the marathon filibuster that they held, or the efforts to hold up all the other nominees, which again, it's not really going to go anywhere because they don't have the numbers. The election happened, and their job is legislators, and they really can't do anything without the numbers. Like, they've already submitted articles of impeachment. Representative Al Green, again, not really going to go anywhere. They need like 3 Republicans in the Senate and like a few in the House to really make a difference. So if you live in a red state with a Republican senator or representative who might not be as insane as the rest of MAGA, you need to call them, because that's whose minds need to be changed. And I know that's a big ask, and probably not going to go anywhere, but Democrats do not have the power here. Democratic governors are doing a lot. Like J.B. Pritzker is talking with Mexico and Canada to ensure better trade practices. Governor Walz is standing up against all of this. Senate Dems are getting a lot more brazen on social media, which is excellent. By all means, release the Epstein files. And there's Elon Musk with Ghislaine Maxwell and Trump with Epstein. The people who can actually make a difference here are the federal workers who are being pushed out of their jobs. Like, it's up to you guys. You are the line. You have to slow walk everything. You have to act incompetent. Don't just hand your information over to these kids. And I know it's not up to a lot of you because the heads of these departments are now psychotic cultists. But you have to do whatever you can. And it's regular people blocking Democratic leaders from entering the buildings. Like, everybody's just following orders, and it's really fucking horrifying. Like, we're not slow walking into fascism. We are being shoved off a cliff into fascism, and somebody needs to stop it. All of us need to stop it. It's on every single one of us, honestly. And just crying about what the Democrats are doing, that's not going to help either. Also, federal courts are blocking a lot of Trump's executive orders, which again, most of them they're just ignoring anyway. Like, there's blocks on this federal freeze, but like Head Start programs are still not getting their funding. U.S. aid has been completely dismantled, and people in other countries who go through U.S. aid for medical care are just abandoned. Some of them with like medical devices inside of them. They've just been abandoned with no recourse, no idea who to call because all the leaders have been fired. Like, it's crazy. Anyway, sorry for the long rant. It's been a week. Everything is scary. I don't know. Stay informed and stop listening to MAGA propaganda because it's all lies. Every single thing they say, every single line of fraud they're finding is lies. Like, you just have to recognize that. It's all bullshit.